see you next
Bye.
week. I'll see you next
Bye.
week. Yeah, so that was a lie. College. College has happened. I graduated in 4 years, but at what cost? So much has changed since the last video I posted. I went back and looked at it for my comeback era, and holy god. I was a whole different person then. I was 18 then, and I'm 23 now. So yeah, it's been 4.5 years. Figured I'd give her another go. So where have I been, right? I spent most of the last 5 years of my life in college. It's been like almost a year since I graduated, like 9 months, which is crazy. Life has happened. It's insane. But that's where I've been. I got a degree in film and video production, which is why we're here. And I have a minor in writing, and I have a second minor in women, gender, and sexuality studies, which is something that's really important to me, especially approaching things from the angle of like diversity in media. And yeah, just something that I only needed like 3 more classes to get a second minor. And I was like, well, this will be nice to have, like, for the future and stuff. What have I been up to? What have I been doing? Lots of things. When last I posted, I had 1 book published that is Lost and Found. I was working on Resensere, which is my second novel. Okay, these are my babies. This is Lost and Found. This is not the cover it was published with originally. So if you have a vintage copy of this baby, that might be worth something someday. I don't know. This is Resensere. This is the one I was working on last time I posted. It's out now. It has a map in it. Very beautiful. I have the map over here. Very beautiful map. And then I've got, this is my most recent. It's called O Positive, and it's like a vampire rom-com, kind of. It's got like a sprinkle of, and they were roommates. It's like cozy. Very cozy. Like cozy vampire romance. So yeah, that's what I've got published. That's what I've been working on there. And I'm writing another book. We'll talk about that later. I got into cosplay. That's another thing that happened at college. One of my exes, funnily enough, got me into cosplay. And I've cosplayed a bunch of different characters. I cosplayed Lava Girl. That was really fun. My main one is Raven. I do Raven. I do a mix of Raven and Scarlet Witch that I call the Violet Witch. That's a fun look. Most recently, I did Scarlet Witch crossed with Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents, because both of their names are Wanda, so I thought that was a fun mashup. What else did I do? I did Axel from Kingdom Hearts. I haven't done that one in a while. I did like a femme Quicksilver sort of thing. That was fun. I started going to Renaissance festivals. Actually, I think I did that in high school a little bit. I turned 21 2 years ago, so I like wine now. I 100%ed Stardew Valley, which I also started playing. I love that game. I also got into The Sims 4, which is really stressful. It's a fun game. It's just, you know, EA is a mess, and it's really shitty compared to The Sims 3. But I can make a video about that if you want me to. Oh, I finally, at the ripe old age of 22, beat up the dragon in Magic Quest. Which is a very niche reference. Magic Quest is the game, the wizard game, that they have at Great Wolf Lodge, and you get a wand and you like wave it at stuff. My wand is actually on the wall behind me. But yeah, I beat the dragon, which I haven't done at all since I started the game. Started playing when I was like 7 or whatever. I redid my whole bedroom. Like, look at this. It was blue before. I'll try to put a picture here. I have some footage from my previous YouTube videos that still exist. But yeah, it was like a medium blue tone before, and it's yellow now. It's like a nice creamy yellow color, which is very fun. I won 5 more National Novel Writing Months, which I've been doing since 2015, and I've won every single year since then. So yeah, 5 more NaNoWriMos under my belt. I don't know what I'm writing this year, but it's January, so I have like a lot of time to figure that out. I went to school for film, and one of the things that I wanted to do, this is why I have a minor in writing and a major in film, I wanted to learn how to write screenplays. And yeah, so I've written a feature-length film, and I've written a short film. And I would love to pursue that further. I don't know if I'll end up producing them myself with some friends maybe, or like selling them once I get them polished up. But that's something I've been looking into as well. So very fun. And I have like other script ideas that I'd like to write when I'm not busy writing books, which is like kind of all the time. So. And the other thing that I've been doing is I've been appearing on my friend Movie Turtle's channel. It will be linked in the description, as well as, it's always linked on my channel. My friend Phil also has a channel. He appears on Movie Turtle's channel with me. I'm super proud of them. Yeah, they're awesome dudes. So check them out. But yeah, I did 4 videos on Connor's channel so far. I did 2 Scream trailer reactions, and then we did like a top 10 movies of the year sort of thing. And we did, Pitch Perfect 3. We watched that together, and it was a mess, but a beautiful mess. What am I up to now, right? So I am writing another book, because I'm always writing another book. It's a murder mystery. Heavy on the murder, not so much the mystery, but it's got vibes of Titanic and Scream and Casper, and if you took all 3 of those movies and you put them in a blender, I think you'd get like what I'm trying to write right now. It takes place in 2003, so it's got Y2K vibes. It's been really fun. I'm almost done with it. I'm at 70,000 words. I wrote 50,000 of it for NaNoWriMo, and then I've been like wrapping it up since then, but I have an outline and I'm almost done with the outline. I'm working on the sequel to Lost and Found, because it feels like I'm always working on the sequel to Lost and Found. I literally wrote it my senior year of high school, and it's not done yet. I don't have an excuse for you. It's just like, I don't know. I want it to be better than the first one, and I also keep getting better ideas, like, in the middle of the process, and so I keep adding things in and changing things, and I don't know. But I really do think this last draft is my last one. I always say that, but we're really hoping it's true this time, besties, for my sake and for yours. And then I can write the 3rd book and be done with that series, which is like a huge chapter of my life, because I started writing those when I was 15. I don't want to think about the fact that it'll be 10 years from then? 2 years from now. Oh god. The other thing I'm up to right now, I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, people do temperature blankets with like the temperature every day. I am doing a emotion blanket. So what I've done is I've assigned a color to each emotion that I anticipate that I'll have through the new year. This is my cue card with all the different colors. I don't know. If I could go back and do it again, I think I would change out one of them. I don't know. Oh, this ugly brown color is the one I have designated for stress. Which I think is accurate. That's what stress feels like, is that ugly brown color. But I think to make the whole blanket look a little nicer, I would have replaced it with like a medium purple color to go with like my oranges and pinks and purples. I think it would look a lot better. But that's a next year problem, not a this year problem. That's what it looks like so far. It's like wrapped around the yarn. So these white ones, this is like fine, you know, just like a normal day. Nothing super exciting going on. So most of the blanket I would anticipate is probably going to be white. But white goes with all of the other colors. And then I'm using black yarn to track panic attacks, just so I know when those happen. And my therapist thought it was a great idea. So, so my plans for the channel as a whole, I want to have like several pillars of the channel, which are the ones I put in my intro. It's going to be like writing / books, movies, and video games. So in terms of writing, I'm an author. I have been since I was 17, and I'm 23 now. So I feel like I have, you know, quite a bit of experience in the field, I would say. And so I'll be talking about like my craft, my writing process, tips I've picked up like as an author, but also as a writer. Like things that have to do with publishing, but also things that have to do with just like the writing process in general. I might do stuff about events I go to, and like how to do an event, how to book an event as an author, and how to get ready for that kind of thing, what things you should bring, like stuff like that, I think would be really helpful. And, you know, I'll be talking about my books, the stuff that I already have published, but also the stuff that I will be actively working on. I'll put a link in the description for the ones that I already have out, if you want to check those out. They're in paperback and ebook, and also all 3 of my novels are on Kindle Unlimited. And my poetry collection is available in paperback, but not in ebook currently. I don't know if I'm going to rework that or not. I think I might just keep the paperback for a little while. I burned out on reading really, really hard in college, and I think it was just because I was reading so much for academics that I didn't have any time or energy to read for pleasure. And I know that happens to a lot of people. I've been getting back into reading. Every night I've been reading a little bit. And so I want to do like book reviews, like when I finish stuff. I think that would be cool. The only thing with that is it's going to be really tricky with the HarperCollins situation right now. So if you don't know HarperCollins, the publishing company, all of their workers are on strike. I don't know if it's all of them, but I know their editors for sure are on strike for like better diversity and also better pay, better, you know, workplace stuff. And so the strikers have asked in solidarity that we don't post any reviews of HarperCollins books or any of the imprints under HarperCollins. And so if I do record a review for one of those books, it probably will not be released. Well, it definitely will not be released until the strike is over. So it could be like weeks from now, it could be months from now, but yeah. They said it's still fine to buy HarperCollins books, but just don't review them, currently. So, what the heck? Oh, it's a group chat. So because I have a film degree, I will also be talking about movies. Stuff that's coming out. I'm a huge nerd, as is broadcast by the giant nerdy wall behind me. This is a WandaVision poster. This big one back here is an X-Men poster. When I start posting videos from the other camera angle, you'll see the giant nerd wall behind me. So yeah, I'm gonna start posting about movies, like, as they're coming out, but also movies that, like, are already out. I'd like to do, like, kind of script doctor content, I guess. One of the ones that came to mind was around Halloween time was, like, you know, Halloween Town 4 could have been good. I think I would have made some changes. And, like, you know, going into detail on how I would have restructured movies that were bad, that maybe could have been better. I think that would be really fun. And then maybe from time to time I'll have some of my friends appear. And then this is the other pillar. It's in the intro, like I said. But it's, like, kind of tentative. I don't know. I play a lot of video games, and I love video games. I, like, specifically the Pokemon games, Stardew Valley, The Sims 4, Kingdom Hearts, like, all of that. Skyrim is another big one, like, all of that kind of stuff. And I would like to make content, like, talking about the games, but also maybe some gameplay and stuff like that. And I know, I know, like, when you do that, you're supposed to make a separate gaming channel. I know if I make a second channel, I will not commit to both. So you're just gonna have to deal with it all being here. If it becomes a big enough thing, like, maybe I would separate it off into a separate channel, but, you know, as things are right now, that is a whole thing. Like, it'll never get done. If I split it off, I'll never touch either of these channels ever again. So, yeah. We're just gonna stick with the one for now. But yeah, gaming stuff. And this could also cross over with my writing content. Like, I have a bunch of characters, for example, like the characters in Lost and Found. I've made them in The Sims before. I've played with them in The Sims. But I could do, like, gameplay like that, you know, covering stuff that I, you know, have written, making my characters, making popular locations in my books, like places that my characters visit, just so you can see, like, what I see in my head, to the best of my building ability. I am not super great at building in The Sims, but I mean, anywho, that's it. I just wanted to give an update on, like, who I am now and where I'm at, what I'm doing. Getting back into YouTube has been something that I've wanted to do, like, all through college, but again, like, I didn't have the time or the energy or the knowledge, and so getting a film degree, I think is really gonna help in that aspect. Like, already, when I was editing, like, my intro and my outro and stuff, I was like, oh, like, I actually know how to do all of this stuff now. Like, it's a good thing I didn't waste those 4 years of my life. So I know how to edit, kind of, And I know how to use a camera, and I know what equipment I need, and I know like all of that stuff now. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. And if you're new, like, welcome. If you like any of the things I've talked about, you might like sticking around. You might like my content. And if you don't, I don't know why you're still here. And if you're here from before, from years ago, first of all, that's a miracle. Thank you for sticking around. I'm sure you just forgot you subscribed to me, and that's okay too. Like, I'm glad you're still here. But yeah, I hope to make more fun content for you in the future. My goal is to do weekly videos, but we will see how that goes. So, yeah, have a great day. Have a great night. Drink some... I almost spilled my hot cocoa. Drink some hot cocoa. Because it's, like, blizzarding out right now, which is very fun. Yeah. I'll figure out a sign off. I'm sure I will.